So guys, welcome to another episode of Moments. Diba Tita Sure, this is our third episode. So bago ang lahat, kamusta ka?
Well, masaya ang naging weekend ko, yung mga naging showing ng ating previous episodes na lumabas na. Pero ito ngayong time na to, siguro mas excited ako.
Wow, talagang mas excited. Nararamdaman ko yung excitement mo.
Oo, ang masama sa akin pag excited ako, hindi ako nakakapagsalita. Well, anyway, maybe because I really admire yung ating guest for the longest time na nakilala ko siya, nasubaybayan ko. That's why sabi ko nga maganda sana mag one-on-one talk kayong dalawa kasi baka pag ako, yung naririnig ko, history na, no? Pero hindi nakita ko mas marami pa rin akong I learned so much from him every day kahit na ang tagal ko na siyang kaibigan.
Pero sige Tita Sure, alam ko excited na ang ating mga viewers kung sino ang guest natin ngayong araw na ito. So sige, ipakilala mo na siya.
Wow, sabi ko na nga yan ang gagawin mo sa akin. Well, anyway, ako kasi I don't have the right words to use in trying to kasi ang gusto ko sana, ang background lang is that I've known him for some years. May mga friends kami na who are no longer here right now. Pero siya, even from a distance, nasusubaybayan ko, no? Yung kahit ngayon magugulat ka, nasa isang lugar, next thing na pag, alam mo naman ang Facebook na kikita natin where they go, makikita ko wow, nandito na pala siya. Things like that. But that's the reason why I recommended to you. Sabi ko, bakit hindi kaya siya ang interviewin mo? Plus, yung mga dinadaluhan niya, occasions wherein he is invited as a speaker, ang totoo nagiging speechless ako. Pagka-speaker na siya, wala na. Mesmerized ang inyong Tita Sure. Kaya sabi ko, tingnan natin, kung para sa television natin na ang program natin ay moments, ano kayang mga moments ang mararamdaman ko pag nandito na siya sa ating program?
Ayan, sige. So,
without further ado, ako ba magsasabi ng pangalan niya?
Sige.
Mga kaibigan, this person literally is a very intelligent person. Coming from me na medyo pintasera ako, you know that. Pero this is Mr. John Mar Literal.
Yon. So, hi sir, magandang araw po and welcome to our program.
Thank you for having me in your program.
So, first of all, sige, Sir John Mar Literal, may I know ano po yung inyong mga pinagdaanan before? So, para mas makilala kayo ng ating mga televiewers.
Ang aking pinagdaanan is when my wife, ito yung pinakamatinding nangyari, when my wife passed away. So, talagang dumaan ako dun sa tinatawag na adversity quotient. And that journey, I have learned a lot of things in my life. Especially when I take care of my only son. So, talagang dito ko ginawa kung paano maging nanay at tatay sa kanya, paano maging mentor, paano ako maging teacher, paano maging tunay na father, at paano ako maging friend. Kaya yung anak ko ay very close sa akin. And he is the only person in my life right now. He is a 14-year-old boy. And kasama ko siya dito ngayon sa bahay.
So, para sa kalaman din ng ilan dyan, mahirap pa ang maging isang single father?
Actually, hindi naman. Kasi although meron tayong kapartner dati, but when I look on the learning side, being a mother and father to my son, nai-enjoy ko because of yung anak ko ay nakaka-catch up niya yung aking mga learning methodologies like hidden curriculum. The hidden curriculum is something that I will be modeled with him, but it's, learning cannot be taught, but it can be caught. That's why who am I right now reflected of who he is. Kaya yung mga ginagawa ko ngayon sa buhay, na-amaze na ako, kaya niya rin palang maggawa ng mga structure, magkutingting ng mga electronics. So, pati yung mga sinasabi ko, alam niya na lahat gawin. In fact, ako, ang favorite kong subject dati, entomology. And right now, halos lahat ng mga insects and yung mga creation sa ocean, alam ng anak ko. At alam niya ang ecosystem. Kaya nga, pagdating sa science, ako ngayon ang na-amaze sa anak ko.
So, Alam ko, di ba, sabi mo, Tita Sure, isang napaka-matalinong tao si Sir John Mar.
Right.
And malalaman din ng ating mga viewers kung bakit. Pero, Tita Sure, ikaw, paano mo ba siya nakilala before?
Oh, well, ako, buti nilang dinention din naman niya. Not that I'm keeping it, no? As a matter of fact, friend ko din. Kasi ano mo, bihira ako makakita ng bata na ganun ka-smart at a young age. Pero literally, nakita ko talaga yung growth from the time na bagong, siguro yung situation nga na dinaanan ni Sir John Mar, nung siya ay nabyudo, at nakita ko ang mundo niya seems to be just for his son. Pero kaya ako na-amaze kasi he was not that kind of a person na because his world is around his son, pinabayaan niya yung sarili niyang career. Kaya doon na ako nagulat. Do you know that I have invited him several times sa mga forum na kailangan namin ng speaker, may magsasalita, minsan mga television network, although alam natin digital television ngayon yung so lalo na nung pandemic po. He never ceased to amaze me, lalo na minsan nakita ko na titingnan mong ganun siya, no? Pero umakyat yan doon sa building ng National Bookstore, doon sa Quezon Ave, no? Na galing siya doon, nakita ko. Then afterwards, wala, parang kumbaga yung kayang-kaya, walang ka-effort yung mga ginagawa niya, pero ang lalaking accomplishment yun, pero parang ordinary lang sa kanya.
Ayun. At yun nga, sir, matanong natin kasi alam ko with that with your mind, marami kang mga nagagawa as of the moment, especially in the technological sector na I know makakatulong dito sa ating bansa. Although I do believe that most of these technologies is already adopted by the other countries, pero tayo kulang pa. And sir, sige po, paano po kayo napunta into this field? Kasi parang sa iniisip ko, hindi sa school ninyo natutunan yung ganitong bagay.
So actually, my field is, I am a botanist by profession.
Botanist.
And my passion is agriculture. But when I engage to the communication, ICT, and when I look where the trends would go, because we are in the information and communication technology age at this time. Okay, from the hunter-gatherer to industrialization to agriculture to the information and technology, and then we're heading towards to the fifth industrial revolution. So I engage so much of my time, allocate huge time to learn a lot of things, especially in the ICT, information and communication technology. So in this application, I have this smart home, right? So I am doing and applying this smart in my farm called Smart Farm. So I could even control the irrigation of my farm. It's not just an automation, but I can control about the irrigation. I can collect data remotely while I am here. And my vision is to bring my technology in that island, because that island is, all their foods are importing from Quezon and bringing back to the island. That's why I am creating a business model, a proof of concept whereby we can produce huge foods in that island. So, for example, as my technology, as I mentioned previously, that what you can produce in Baguio, you can produce anywhere else, as long as you are able to create a good habitat, bringing back the old habitat into our present time. In fact, Israel has no soil, and yet they produce foods. I call this CLIMS. This CLIMS is a controlled environment, land preparation, irrigation, nutrient management, the post-harvest, which is the granary, where you can store your produce and the byproduct, and the last one is creating the seeds for reproduction.
So, mapansin natin, sir, kasi kakaiba yung style ninyo in doing your farm. And I do believe na that other countries is possibly doing already this kind of farming. Especially, recently I just went to Dubai. Nakita natin na even though nasa desierto sila, they can still produce plants using these technologies. But bakit sa tingin mo, sir, ito ang pinakamagandang tanong bakit sa tingin mo ang ating bansang Pilipinas nalilate sa ganito? Do you think is it because the government doesn't want these things because, it's too pricey, or we don't have enough minds to do this kind of things?
Yeah, okay. Good question. Actually, our country wants to do this, but the problem is our country has no initiative to do this because especially when we have a good graduates here when it comes to the technology, so some of those are going abroad. So, but as for me, one of the things that you can succeed in everything that you do is not even your know-how, not even your funds, but it is your passion. So that's why, with my passion, I was able to dig up my technology, not just on the present availability online, virtually, but also I got it from the Bible because the Bible said, what has been done will be happen again. And my technology, where I can get my my information from the Lord is in Job 12:7. Look at my creation and they will teach you. Find all the nature and you will learn a lot from them. Imagine what I have been established right now with my basic backbone. What is my basic backbone in the farm? Water technology. I have the internet on the top of the mountain. I have the infrastructure for my native chicken, for my shelter for my swine. I have cattle, and of course I have also a house there. And besides, I have also an energy. And that island is, they have mostly they do have so much brownout in a week, in a day. But my farm is sustainable because I depend on God's resources. What is lacking in us is not the resources. It is the lacking of our mind because we are not able to connect. Because God said, in fact, the name of one of my company is called Consultel. Consult first vertically before you tell. That's why God call unto me and I will answer you and reveal the things that you didn't know. This is the amazing thing. That's why I have so much wisdom that I am able to monetize it into our reality because the greatest blessing of God on earth is the wisdom. That's why God, when He promised Israel that I will protect you, God didn't come down. God gave them wisdom so that they are able to create the most sophisticated weapon on earth. And that's protection. And I do the same. So now, with my technology, when you go to my farm, you will see that God make them go quickly. Fantastic.
Ang galing ng Tita Sure kasi si Sir John Mar, talagang tama naman siya na dapat meron tayong gawin in order for us to be sustainable, especially sa ating farmlands. Alam nyo, di ba, ang Pilipinas napakalaki ng kanyang lupain.
Yes.
And most of our places dito sa Pilipinas ay talagang hitik sa magandang lupain. Hitik, I mean yung nutrients niya. Oo. Pero hindi natin alam kung paano natin to mas gagawin sustainable.
Oo. Pero ang nakita ko kasi yung wisdom, yung saan ang panggagaling ng mga kaalaman, yung wisdom ni Sir John Mar is of course coming from
God itself.
right. So yun mo ang number one na nakita ko. Imagine even, ang totoo, na-miss out nga, nabanggit ba niya kung ano itong land na pinag-uusapan natin? Ano itong
Actually, hindi pa eh. Pero excited ako
okay.
kasi...
Excited ka na?
Oo. Kasi baka itong land na ito yung maging pinaka-pilot program ng ganitong proyekto para maulit sa iba't ibang lugar dito sa atin.
Kaya nasasabihin ko sana baka yan ang promised land dito sa Pilipinas.
Correct.
And si Sir John Mar, ano ba yung pangalan pa lang na, John.
Oo, nasa Bible eh.
Yes. Kaya, at saka he talks very well about the Bible. I understand he was a former pastor. Oo, pero ngayon, hinila siya ng mas pangangailangan ng ng ating bansa, ng Pilipinas. With all our problems, we know that, no? Yung mga ina-expect ng mga
Yes,
tao,
yes.
yung mga... So, siguro siya yung sagot doon sa lahat ng mga frustrations ng ating mga kababayan.
Ayan.
Mm.
Sir, anong lugar po ba ito sa Pilipinas? Etong pwede natin masabing, pwedeng maging pilot land nitong project na ito?
Actually, before I answer that, no, I am certain that God called me in that place because as Abraham called him to go to the promised land, no, which is the Lupang Canaan. So this is, I call that land is promised land, located in Torrijos, Marinduque.
Marinduque.
Why Marinduque? Because Marinduque is the center of our archipelago. This is the heart of the Philippines. So if you will notice, you can do that research for that island. So when I get there, so I feel that I know that God brought me to that place so that I will be able to create an amazing things, you know, because most of the food there are importing. Mostly ang hanap buhay nila doon ay fishing. Fishing is around 40% and konti lang ang mga farmer because highland siya. But, you know, despite na batuhan yung aking farm, still, I can produce huge, good vegetable. Why? Because I am not depend on the soil. I am depend on my wisdom how to create a good soil for your vegetation.
Wow. And earlier, I was talking to Mr. Literal at pinakita na sa akin kung ano yung kanyang mga possible projects na gagawin dito. And grabe, napakaganda. Sige sir, baka pwede nyung i-discuss ito kahit unti-unti. Kasi alam ko, marami ang tao ang maiengganyo makinig dito.
Okay. Actually, lahat ng mga ginagawa ko ngayon is not based on what I did on my research, but it is based on the pattern of what others do. For example, in my farm, in one project, it was patterned to George Lucas. When George Lucas created the film Star Wars, he was able to create 4 companies in one project. The film itself, the software, 3D animation, the education, and the lighting effects. So with my farm, I was able to create 8 companies in one project. But this is purely agriculture. But in agriculture, I have a technology on food chain. How I am going to create the abundant and continuous supply for that island, and I will make that island as a business model and duplicate it to other provinces and region later on. So the next technology that I will create there is called the harvest. I have technology on harvest, which I could bring back the old habitat into our present time and called cleanse, you know, control environment, the land preparation. Israel has no soil and yet they produce huge.
Yes.
The irrigation, the nutrient management. In fact, I do my own micro 52 trace element for the nutrients of the plant because during those time, on the agriculture phase, wala pa tayong tinatawag na macronutrients which is the NPK. Nung panahon na nandun pa lang tayo doon sa tinatawag nating hunter-gatherer, ang lahat ng mga nutrients ng halaman nun ay puro creation lang ng Diyos na ito ay ang tinatawag nating mga organism na present. Okay, now, so because of this, ito yung nakikreate ko na ito yung pinaka-game changer ko ngayon. Because tayo, nagdidepend tayo doon sa mga chemical based.
Yes.
Kaya, ang importante po sa buhay natin ngayon, dapat dito tayo mag-focus sa agriculture because when we focus to agriculture, because this is the basic, we could address our economy, our health, and yung mga livelihood ng mga tao. Okay?
Correct.
So, another company, I'm creating my own infrastructure. This infrastructure is a controlled environment where I have the misting, fertigation, automation. I can control it remotely by my phone. So, this is called the turnkey system. And then, of course, I have another tourism, because
Ecotourism.
actually, tourism is what you created the beautiful scenery in the area.
Yes.
Okay? So that's called tourism. And then, of course, because of that learning, so I have to share this education to the people. So I have to duplicate, I have to teach others and enlighten so that they will be able to regain their passion back again in farming. Okay? And then, of course, I have the commerce. So I'm going to create a small business trade. In fact, we have the business trade here, World Trade Center in Buendia, in Pasay or Makati somewhere. But I want to do that there as well. So, ang sikreto natin para ma-address yung ating food sa ngayon, sa ating scarcity, is we need to create like the food terminal, called the granary, the storage, so that during the time of wet season, because we have 2 seasons, the dry season,
Yes.
the ants are continuously storing their food so that they are ready during the wet season. Okay? And then the last, I integrate the health. Why health? Because we will go back again to the old healing. Because Hippocrates said, the father of modern medicine, God created everything, no, for our own health, like Sustain Me. You know, Sustain Me is sleep, use of water, not just for drinking, but the water for the thermal and the ocean, and then sunshine, and sunshine, vitamin D, yeah, and then trust in God, and then abstinence, and then inhale, and then nutrition, and then moderate use, of course, exercise. So, ang ganda-ganda ng health na gagamitin natin. That's why I have books here. Ang talang dito ay 100 medicinal plant na ito po ay ang pinapakain ko sa hayop, so that I could also have an R&D, research and development, where I can get the healing. For example, why people have the diabetic? It's not what you eat, but it is the bad bacteria, which is microbiota, that destroy your pancreas na secret insulin.
Yan ang nangyayari.
Oh, so you need the poleminol to eat the bad bacteria, so that your pancreas might have a good function to secrete insulin. Yeah, that's why I have this 100 medicinal plant. So we will go back. That's why the fifth industrial revolution is food security and biotech for medical health.
Ayan, grabe Tita Sher. Ang dami natin natutunan, pero sige.
Parang naisip ko tuloy maganda yata magkaroon ng sariling programa to see yung all the things that
Yes,
you say.
yes.
Let's have a continuing series with Mr. Literal, no? Kasi para mas marami tayo. Especially, alam mo naman ako, most of my viewers are senior citizens. Pero with what he has shown, ako nga, inano ko ng isang kaibigan kong may production din, di ba? He wanted me to talk about health. Kaya ang program ko daw, Health is Wealth. Pero ang totoo, wala na akong maano. Pero here, I'm learning so much from John Mar, and yung kanya kasi talaga divine providence
Correct.
ang talaga naglagay sa kanya doon di ba?
Grabe, napakaganda. Pero alam ko, bitin pa kayo. And, but we need to pause for a break for our sponsors. So, magbabalik ko ang moments. We are Gutierrez Media Productions, your one-stop production specialist. We provide you with high-quality output by our professional people and equipment with advanced video technology. Our team is expert in live streaming, event coverages, films, ABP, aerial coverages, promotional, and many more. We are also providing out-of-home advertising in Naiya, Guadalupe, Libis, and Bonifacio Global City for your products and events. We are also professionals in TV program production, as we are the home of the award-winning cable TV program Pasyal Tayo, a 30-minute travel program that features destinations here and abroad, and Real You, a 30-minute talk show that features celebrities, professionals, and other people learning their lives and success stories. We are also in partnership with professionals in field of CGI and 3D animation if you are in need for your next video production with us. Gutierrez Media Productions is also professional in concerts and event productions together with our partner Talent Promotions. If you have an idea, call us or give us a message and definitely we can help you out. We are Gutierrez Media Productions, your one-stop production specialist. Guys, and we're back dito sa Moments. Again, kasama natin si Mr. John Mar Literal and Tita Sure, napakadami nating natutunan.
Correct. Oo.
O sige, Sir John, matanong naman natin ngayon, why do you believe na mas makakatulong sa ating katawan ang ganitong sinasabi nating herbal or itong mga plant-based than itong mga chemical or synthetic-based na how do you say it? Medicine or
Conventional medicine.
yes, conventional medicine.
In fact, as I show you the book of Robert Lustig and his video, and his book is very saleable in Amazon, entitled The Hacking of the American Mind. And it speaks of how the mind can be hacked. So, by selling black propaganda, they hide the truth and they sell what is false. That's why the pharmaceutical company spent 23.7 billion to sponsor the medical doctor or of the group and inviting them to a certain convention center so that they are going to mindset this medical doctor, because as you can see, the doctor became a doctor to know the disease and to treat the disease.
Yes.
But for me, the greatest doctor, of course, is the nutritionist, because they know what to feed. Like me, no? I am very curious of what I would eat, because what I will eat is a medicine for me.
Yes.
So I will not eat yung mga hard process. I am not eat. So we're talking here not just for our health, no, but for longevity.
Correct.
So if you will notice why the Old Testament time, umaabot sila ng mga 900 years during those times.
Yes.
Pagtingin mo, because meron dong command sa Genesis 1:29, ang sabi doon, you must eat the fruit that have seed. So, anong logic nun? Because of that seed, meron siyang tinatawag na embryo. And
Yes.
embryo is life. So, kaya, tinitingnan mo ang tunay ng ating paghaba ng buhay ay doon sa mga natural food. Kasi yung mga pagkain natin ngayon ng mga hard process, marami yung mga tinatawag na preservative, marami tayong mga nilalagay, so hindi na press, so yung mga ganyan. Kaya kita mo ang mga animal, if you will notice on the animal, and I observed, no, na lahat ng mga feeds ko, dito ko lang kinukuha yung mga grasses. And nakikita ko yung aking mga hayop doon, when it comes to dun sa ako, meron po akong poultry, meron akong livestock, I have 18 cattle, I have then piggery, yung swine. Pag nakikita mo, lahat po doon nagkaroon po ng ASF, pero doon sa ating lugar hindi. Why they are resistant to ASF? Because they have a good immune system because of the forage, because of vegetation. All animals are vegetation. So, kaya yung buhay natin, na pag ipapatay mo ito, bakit ito lang kinakain? Kaya hindi ako after dun sa taste, after ako doon sa fiber na kinakain ko.
Correct.
Kaya, ang pag nag-uusapan natin ngayon, paano natin mapapahaba ang buhay ngayon? That's the technology right now. It's not the healing anymore. So, going back to what Robert Lustig said, why they are doing to deceive the people by selling black propaganda so that they may have allocate huge fund on Obamacare, on PhilHealth, rather than putting huge fund in agriculture to produce good food, healthy food for our long life.
Correct.
So when you treat the basic things, so we must always think of something na yung first things first. And once you do that, it will automatically mako-cover mo na lahat ng pangangailangan mo. So kita mo, imagine, pagka nag-put tayo ng malaking fund sa agriculture, imagine, gaganda ang ating pamumuhay, malilesen po yung ating mga nag-a-avail ng PhilHealth na nandun sa mga hospital. Bakit healthy sila eh? And then it will also address our economic, lahat ng mga nandun sa tao. Ayan po ang tinuturo ko ngayon, agriculture, how we can produce what we produce in Baguio. Yun yung technology ko na sinasabi ko sa kanina. That ang tawag doon ay modular integrated system technology na meron kang control environment. Kaya pag tinignan nyo yung farm ko, ito yung next ko, kaya nga natutuwa ako dahil pero mo, nung nanggaling po ako sa Eastern Europe, I have certain amount na natira pa. This is worth 10,000 na currency nila doon sa Georgia. Binili ko po ito ng seeds. So I have the seeds right now na ibang variety ng mga vegetable na itatanim ko po yan doon sa aking farm sa Marinduque.
Ayan. Oo. And ang ganda.
That reminds me, ako kasi napakasimple lang ng formula ko about kasi diba, syempre, I'm going to grow old rather than you guys younger than me. Pero kasi, diba, we all know, yung binanggit din naman niya kanina, the father of medicine. Ayan ay si Hippocrates, di ba? Hippocrates really said that, let your food be your medicine. So, yun yung sinasagot kayo ng agriculture na project ni Sir John Mar, di ba?
And Tita Sure, and I know karamihan sa inyong mga nanonood ay maraming katanungan ukol dito. At maaari lamang kayo mag-text sa ating mga text line na 0985-566-4414 na andyan po yun sa ibaba ng inyong screen para maitanong po natin kay Sir John Mar Literal. At Sir, in relation to that, kasi napakadami po nating mga sakit ngayon, heart problems, diabetes, cancer, etc. Meron tayong mga nababasa sa libro and gusto ko lang kunin ang opinion ninyo na in your opinion ba, etong mga ganitong klaseng sakit is gawa lang siya ng tao or talagang natural occurring?
Okay. Actually, ang mga sakit natin is because of the gravity. Siyempre, when we grow old, no? Bumabagsak tayo, nahihila tayo. And of course, dahil pag tumatanda na tayo, nagkakaroon ng mga deficiency. So, it's natural, no? This is natural. Hindi ito gawa ng tao. But of course, because of your discipline, in fact, in my research, when my wife meron siyang cancer, na ano siya sa cancer, in fact, na-trace ko na ang hereditary is always only 20%. Okay? Then your lifestyle is 40%. Ano yung lifestyle? Yung the way you handle your stress, yung mga ganyan, okay? Hindi ka nag-exercise. And the third one is another 40%, which is the food that you eat. So, wala tayong disiplina sa ganun eh. Kaya nga, if you are looking on the tree, 20% hereditary, you can address that, yung kung ano yung mga, meron kayong mga pinagmanahan, then 40% sa stress, and then another 40% sa food, sa lifestyle. So, pero yan, kapag nakita natin na disiplina, ito ang gusto kong sabihin eh. Ang importante, the people fail, the people perish because they are lack of knowledge. That's why ako, hindi lang ako doon sa profession ko. I go beyond because I am going to integrate my technology in my agriculture to produce good food for the health. So, nakasynchronize lahat yan called Synergize Project. Naka-synergize lahat ng mga ginagawa ko. Pag tinignan nyo, ang dami kong sinasabi, ang dami kong wala, pero isa lang yan. Kasi we're talking on the micro management. But when we go up, sinum out ko yan, isa lang pinag-uusapan natin, which is food. Besides, you cannot only use foods because God created all the natures. And you can use sun for your vitamin D. You can use the negative ion because God created the bad bacteria and the good bacteria for the symbiotic and biodiversity. That's why I have also a technology on Acinetobacter, Trichoderma, yung mga good bacteria para labanan mo yung mga bad bacteria sa katawan ng tao. So ito yung mga dapat nating makita because God created billions of microorganisms but only a few that has been discovered by human. Mostly mga Japanese.
Mga Japanese. So, sir, itong farm ninyo, ilang years siya bago siya matapos?
Okay, 7 years. I patterned it with Joseph because Joseph was able to store grain for 7 years of plenty to prepare for the coming 7 years of famine. And that farm is not just only addressing the scarcity of our food, yung current scarcity of our food, but this is also a preparation for the coming cashless society. What is cashless society? Because in the Old Testament, there is called the cashless society, the Garden of Eden. When God called Abraham, Eden is the CEO of the garden. He said, take care of the garden. And during the time, you will notice that all creation has no names. All trees has no names. Animals has no name. That's why God, it's not good for a man to be alone. That's why He created Eve for Adam. And then, that is the cashless society. So, when you see on Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 9, that what has been done will be happen again. So, we will come to the coming cashless society by the great reset called the de-dollarization by BRICS. So, magkakaroon po tayo dyan ng tinatawag na virtual currency. So, with that, pag tinignan po natin yung Revelation chapter 13, ito po yung cashless society. Mangyayari po yan, malapit na po yan. At yan po ay makikita natin sa Matthew 24, verse 14. Yung desolation and abomination are very near na. Dumating yan. So now, pag tingnan yung verse 16 ng Matthew 24, lahat po ng walang mga tatak na 666. Lahat sila nagtakbuhan sa mountain. That's why we have this kind of farm called Goshen. Actually, I named this as Promised Land. Actually, powered by Gen 3. Why Gen 3? Because Gen is the Genesis, which is the beginning.
Okay.
3 is on the third day of the beginning, God created the vegetation. Yun ang unang-unang agriculture. Doon tayo nagmula. Kaya yun yung hunter-gatherer. Bago tayo pumasok sa agriculture. After agriculture, yung industrialization, dahil nung lumaki na po yung ating population, yung karamihan ng mga tao sa probinsya o sa rural, nagpuntahan doon sa mga urban. And then after that, pumasok yung industrialization. Ayun yung industrialization. And then, ito na naman, pumapasok tayo sa ICT. Pero pag tinignan po natin, ito yung importante. Yung ICT natin is a tool para magkaroon po tayo ng tinatawag na good production for our crop.
Correct. Actually, diba dito, sure, maalala natin, yung mga Chinese, talagang tumatagal ang buhay nila. And all they drink is tea, healthy foods, and actually, hindi naman sa healthy foods kasi kumakain din sila ng ibang mga preserved na pagkain. But they have their long lives. And, sir, do you think that if ever na magawa natin ito, magtuloy-tuloy, do you think na kaya natin na maibalik yung ganun na mas mahabang buhay, ma-eradicate natin yung mga sakit. For example, yung mga chronic kidney disease, yung mga tinatawag natin cancer, etc. Pag ganyan ba ang naging kaganda ang ating, what you call this, ang ating
Lifestyle.
agriculture and lifestyle, do you think mababalik natin yung ganong klase?
Yes, of course. As long as dapat yung farming natin nasa organic tayo. That's why biotechnology is bring back the old habitat into our present time. Because there are vegetable that are based on GMO, genetically modified organism, and they use chemical base. You know why they are using it? Because of yung mass production and mabilis yung production para masustain mo yung demand and supply. But ganun din eh. Nung tinitingnan ko yung sa akin, ang gaganda-ganda. Kasi ako talagang I already tested the water, what I was produced. Kaya as I mentioned earlier, bakit nung unang panahon? Grabe yung nung hindi pa natatagpuan nila yung tinatawag na macronutrients. The macronutrients, when they discovered, it was revolutionized the food production. That is called the NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. So with my 52 micro-trace element, it's a complete microorganism, the boron, manganese, magnesium, iron. So, this is 52. This is a complete nutrient para sa halaman. Mapuproduce mo yung ganong kagandang uri ng pagkain, healthy foods, not based on chemical, walang spray. Alam mo, mga chemical-based na ginagamit ko na organic, yung mga pang-pest ko is yung mga suka, ang weedicide ko, alam mo, ito, bigyan ko yung example, para mamatay ang damo, huwag niyong tabasan. Kumuha kayo ng tubig sa dagat, diligan niyo. Yun ang weedicide niyo. Oh, hindi pa masisira yung soil. So, grabe ang Diyos talaga. God will reveal so many things to you when you communicate with God through His creation. Amazing. Even my water, ha? Oh, katulad niyan. Ako, dahil isang advocate ko is climate change, no? So, pag ikaw ay kumuha ng tubig, nung deep well, ang nabubutas mo yung tinatawag na confined aquifer. Okay, kailangan natin kunin lang yung nandun sa sub. Kasi yung una, surface soil, which is contaminated, and nadidrain yan during summer season. But tingnan niyo po yung ating tubig, nandun lang siya sa unconfined aquifer, which is the water table. And it will never be depleted because they are on the sea level. And when God told me that, Chan, look at my creation. Those mountains are my catch basin. And I will tell you where the water goes. It's here. Wow, amazing. The community are getting, doon sila umigib sa ating time. Grabe yung amazing. Kaya na, minsan naglalakad na ako sa dagat, yung sa shore, nag-exercise ako, nag-uusap sa akin ng Lord. Bakit, Lord, may iba-ibang variation ng stone? Bakit may buhangin? Pag tinignan mo yung Psalms 24, verse 3, 2 and 3, God created the foundation of the earth on the ocean. Kita nyo ang yaman ng ocean.
Nahandoon talaga ang buhay. Isa sa madagdag natin na sinasabi natin GMO is yung mga binibili nating chicken eggs.
Yeah.
Kasi di ba ang mga chicken eggs, akala natin lahat sila ay merong semilya. Pero usually, yung mga binibenta ngayon,
Laying mass, based on laying mass.
gamot lang yung dahilan kung bakit nangingitlog ang manok. Hindi dahil merong semilya ito. So, isa yun, kaya talagang totoo and talagang dapat isipin natin, di ba, Tita Sher, para mapanatili natin yung pagiging healthy natin. Kasi health is wealth nga talaga.
Yes. And now that we have started talking about this, at syempre, alam ko naman limited yung time natin with moments. So sabi ko nga, tingin ko with Mr. John Mar literal, mukhang there will be more moments and there should be more moments para pareho tayong, you know, because ako nagkakaroon ako ng refresher course. Ang isang kagaya ng teacher na almost to retire, pero may mga kaibigan ko ako na kagaya nga ni John Mar, ikaw din of course, Mr. Gutierrez. Para kayo yung parang nag-review class ako because of you. And natutuwa ako because I can see that yung aking mga kaibigan, kasi si Mr. John Mar nga pala, he speaks on every now and then when he's available, para mga fellowship groups. And alam naman natin na yung mga umaate ng fellowship group ay na talagang naano sila whenever Mr. John Marce, parang alam mo yan, na-revive yung feelings nila and masyado silang nagbabalik loob. Kung meron mang tendency na ligaw-ligaw minsan, no? Pero napapabalik loob because of what he shares. So,
Actually, for most people, pag hindi mo inintindi yung sinabi niya, they will think that Mr. Literal is crazy. Pero once you understand every bit of it, you will know na yun talaga yung totoo.
and once siguro you really see for yourself. Sa case ko kasi, sinusundan ko yan without him knowing it. No? Kung nasan siya, yung mga picture-picture niya, pinupost, sinishare ko kagad eh. And nakita ko a lot of people, yung mga lalo yung mga senior citizen, alam mo na, sumusubaybay din sa atin, di ba? So when they share things like, wow, ang ganda-ganda naman yan, Tita Sure, saan yan, then that's it. So parang, siguro there should be more of John Mar Literal in our program.
It will be more.
Yeah.
Sir, matanong natin kasi tanong ng iba nating mga kasamahan, bakit daw masama ang Bitcoin?
Actually, sa environment, no? When you suck water doon sa confined aquifer, nagkakaroon ng vacuum, and then there will be an erosion underneath. So, when there's an emotion, nagsasubside siya, so that is a cause of the earthquake. That's why it's not, against the climate change.
Yun pala yun. And sir, kasi yes, we all know na marami kami natutunan, but we're running out of time. Pero matanong natin, on your farm, ano po ang vision niyo dito in the next 5 to 10 years?
Okay, ang vision ko dito is to create a business model that what is doing in Israel, the technology in Israel is the same thing as here. And being a model of this island with a good food security, a digital island, i-duplicate ko ito sa other provinces. And this is the only key for our country to engage in farming, to engage in agriculture, to engage in food security. Because ang dami nating plano sa gobyerno, na ganito ang mga plano natin, ganito ang mga plano natin, puro wala silang data, wala silang technical na pinag-uusapan. They do not even yung mga tinatawag nating mga para bang farm na kung saan ay may papakita sila ng mga technology. Puro data pinag-uusapan natin. Katulad sa Thailand, kinukote nila yung Thailand, kinukote nila yung other country, kinukote.
Yes.
Nandun na yun actually. But sa akin, hindi. Because meron tayong Diyos na magbibigay ng kaalaman how to do it in our country based on our culture, based on our topology and topography of our country. What we are lacking right now is not the resources. What we are lacking is the mind. That's why the people fail because they are lack of knowledge. That's why I have to lead this to create a business model whereby we can produce regardless kung ito man ay batuhan, but I can produce my own soil. Regardless na ito ay on the top of the mountain, because binigyan tayo ng wisdom ng Diyos kung paano natin mapapalago yung ating mga halaman. And I have a showcase already in the farm.
But ang tanong ng karamihan, especially other government people, is mahal ba? Mahal gawin itong ganitong...
Ganito. Kasi, pag tinignan mo kasi, pag tinitingnan natin, kaya nag-iisip tayo ng mahal, is because you position yourself on the ground. Meaning, ako kasi, pinosisyon ko, I have a great God, and He is my CEO and my Master. Lord, this is my passion to do it for my country. So, kayo magsusustain kung saan ako kukuha ng pan. Kasi ang problema natin, hindi nangyayari because yung paniniwala natin, yung position natin. So, wala tayong paniniwala. Our problem is if we do not faith, if we do not have faith, we cannot please God. Once you please God, God will, intervene that He will give you the resources, the fund. So what it always matter, the first things first, is when you believe in Him. Because it is not impossible to please God if without faith. So if you have that initiative to do it, God will supply all your needs.
Ayan. Again, maraming salamat Sir John Literal for gracing this third episode of Moments. And sa mga ibang gusto kayong ma-invite sa Core Talks and kung gusto nila kayo ma-invite sa kanilang lugar, paano ba nila kayo makukuha?
Bibigay ko na yung number ko sa iyo, 0926-658-8572. You can text me by Viber and WhatsApp. It's the same number. And then my Facebook is John Mar Literal. Yung makikita nyo doon, yung nakakat lang ako kulay blue. So, yun ang Facebook ko. But of course, I have so many email, but mas maganda text muna kayo so that I could give you my time, my availability. Kasi normally, I spend 70% of my time in Marinduque and 30% here because I'm engaged with various entity, like I engage in the Marinduque State University, in the provincial, in the municipal agricultural office. Aside from having my 3 companies there, the Consultel, I'm rolling out my fiber in Marinduque. Gentry Farm is there as well for my food production. And of course, I have Renergy company engaged in the energy generation in that island of Marinduque.
Again, maraming salamat Sir. And yung mga number ni Sir John Mar Literal ay nahandiyan sa ibaba ng inyong screen. Again, guys, alam ko marami kayong natutunan and I do believe my partner as well maraming natutunan.
Right, I'm dumbfounded now. I'm dumbfounded, but I'm going to look forward to more episodes in the future. We can always go back to it, no? Lalo na kung alam natin na a lot of people are going to really clamor for this, more of this, right?
And I know one of these episodes, siguro makakasama na natin si Mr. John Mar. Ipapasyal na tayo sa kanya.
Yan ang sundo,
Yes.
Yes.
Again, guys, kung meron kayong mga komento, suggestion, or meron kayong gustong ipag-guest sa amin, ay maaari lamang kayo mag-message sa mga contact numbers na nasa ibaba ng inyong screen. Again, this is your host, Raymar Gutierrez, kasama si
Tita Sure Manuel.
And again, this is another episode of Moments. See you next week.